What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Minor League Monday. Today, we're talking about one of the hottest names in minor league baseball. His name is Brennen Davis. Ever since Brennen Davis won MVP in the Future Stars game, he's pretty much been unstoppable in the minor leagues. He has been on an absolute tear the past month. We're going to deep dive into some of his numbers in here in just a little bit, but I want to give you the breakdown as always first. So right now, Brennen Davis is the number 2 prospect in the Cubs system and the number 45th prospect overall in the MLB. And right now, he's playing in Double-A for the Tennessee Smokies. Brennen Davis, he's 21 years old. He's 6'4", 210. So he's a big kid. He really is. And when you look at him, there's still so much more opportunity for his build to grow and to gain muscle. And just, I'm going to show you what he's done this month as far as power numbers. He's really coming into his own power-wise. If he fills out even more, builds more muscle, like this is going to be a scary prospect and someone the Cubs fans can really look forward to. So Brennen Davis was a second-round pick in 2018. He was a 62nd pick. He probably would have ended up being a first-round pick in 2018, but he missed a lot of his senior year due to a hamstring injury. So Cubs took him 62nd overall, second round, and it has worked out very well for them. The scouts grade Brennen Davis phenomenally. 55 hit, 55 power, 60 runs, so the dude flies. 55 arm, 55 field, 55 overall. He seems very versatile. Seems like he can play all outfield positions. I see him as a center fielder personally just because he moves so well. But over his minor league career so far, he spent time in all 3 positions, which I think is great because that gives him way more opportunities. That gives you an opportunity to get called up when any outfield spot is open, not just one specific spot. So I think that's awesome. I think that's really important for most outfielders. So yeah, little breakdown on Brennen Davis there. Let's jump into his stats. All right, let's jump into Brennen Davis's stats, everyone. So he was drafted in 2018, only got a couple games in rookie ball. He only had 18 games. He hit 298 with a 431 on base percentage. Love that. 333 slugging percentage, though. Not a lot of power. And that equals out to a 764 OPS. He had 0 home runs. He only had 2 extra base hits out of his 17. He did walk 10 times and stole 6 bases, though. So I would say that would be the positives of his rookie ball year. Then in 2019, he comes back and shows that he can hit for a little bit of pop. So over 50 games, he did have a right index finger injury. He slashed a 305 batting average with a 381 on base percentage, a 525 slugging percentage, which is a huge improvement, and then a 907 OPS. So he had 8 home runs, he had 3 triples, he had 9 doubles out of his 54 hits in 50 games. He also walked 18 times on top of that. So a big power improvement for Brennen Davis from year 1 to year 2. So we like to see that. I wish we would have got a full season, but hopefully this will be the year that, he plays the majority of his season. So 2021 now. Obviously, there was no 2020 season. He actually missed a few games at the start of the season. I think he missed like 2 weeks because he had an injury, but he's healthy. I think we can say, though, the only real concern for me is the injuries. But over 50 games so far, he started in high A, and he crushed high A over 8 games. He hit 321 with a 406 on base percentage, 607 slugging percentage, 1,000 OPS. He had 2 home runs in those 8 games. Like, he killed it in high A and then moved them to Double-A quickly, which well-deserved, especially at his age at 21. You want to get these top prospects moving. I respect the Cubs for doing that. So since being in Double-A, though, over 42 games, he's doing great in my opinion. I'll jump into why I think he's doing great more after we go over just the base stats. So 268 so far with a 377 on base percentage, 914 OPS. He has 9 home runs in 42 games. Love that. Love that, love that. On top of that, he has 13 doubles. He has 40 hits in 42 games. He's also walked 22 times, which I really like. 22 walks in 42 games. Sign me up for that all day. And on paper, his stats really aren't that impressive in Double-A so far. Other than the power, I really enjoy those power numbers that we're seeing, and a lot of it specifically. But check this out. So he got brought up on June 1st. Literally, first day of June, he got brought up. Through June, over those 24 games in the month of June, he only hit 232 with a 351 on base percentage, 704 OPS, and he only had 2 home runs. So just a brief overview. He started slow. He started off really slow. He did have 14 walks in 24 games, which I love, but a pretty slow start in Double-A. And now if we check out what he did in his second month in Double-A, where he's had time to adjust, Check this out. Over the last 19 games in July, slashing a 309 batting average, 405 on base percentage, 1155 OPS. He has 7 home runs in 19 games. Love that. On top of that, he's walked 8 times. He's been beaned 3 times, so he's getting on base for free. He's got 21 hits in 19 games. He's doing a lot of great stuff. He's got 9 doubles on top of that. Stellar improvement, as you can see. And then the home run I showed you all, that was one of his 2 home runs in the MLB Futures game where he won MVP, and that was on July 11th, so still in this same month. So technically, he's hit 9 home runs in the month of July in 20 games. Just absolutely ridiculous lately. So that 268 batting average and 377 on base percentage has come up a ton since July started. All right, let's talk baseball cards. So Brennen Davis with his cards is actually interesting here. So we have his Bowman Chrome base PSA 10, his Bowman Chrome Refractor PSA 10, and then just his Bowman Refractor in the raw condition. Brennen Davis is interesting because he is one of the more talked about prospects from that 2018 class, and he didn't sign. So he didn't sign in 2018. Usually those top prospects that don't sign in Bowman draft, they sign in, next year's Bowman or something like that, and they just don't include their cards at all in Bowman draft. So very interesting. He didn't get a first autograph along with his base cards. He didn't actually sign until 2020. So really interesting with Brennen Davis's cards on that standpoint. As you can see hiding in the background, I have his PSA 10 2018 refractor, so something we're going to compare to here. So let's jump into these charts. If you haven't already, Market Movers is a great app. Partnered with them, code RYDOG, give you 20% off your first month. Just an insanely helpful tool for your cards. Shows you pretty much anything you could ever want to see. So we're filtering this chart from May 4th. This was the first day of the minor league season, and as you can see, most of these cards have moved. A lot of these cards have moved in the upward direction, and as you can see, we'll start with the raw card first. We have his refractor, his raw refractor. Back on May 8th, you could pick up his raw refractor in the green there for $10.50. So $10 for a refractor, really solid prospect. That's a good price, I would say. And as you can see, these have moved and specifically made a jump around that futures game date where you could pick up this card for $40, peaked out here for $44.50. And it's come back down. So it's come back down to earth a little bit, around $20.50, which I actually don't hate that price. I think I'm not paying $40 for a raw refractor that's probably going to have print lines on it. That's all I'm going to say. At least not yet. Until Brennen Davis proves that, he is that dude, I'm not paying $40 for a refractor. I won't pay $40 for any refractor. There's a reason why I don't own Spencer Torkelson yet. Regardless, it's come down to about $20 for that base refractor. We look at the PSA 10 base Chrome. At the start of the season, you could pick it up for $80. Straight up. You can pick it up for $80. And as we move, you can see right after the Futures game where he won MVP and put his name on the map nationwide, it went nuts. Someone paid $177.50 for a base Bowman Chrome PSA 10. Don't know who did it. They're crazy, but it's the more realistic price right now. You can check out in the blue, around $100. And I'll talk a little bit more about that price specifically in just a little bit. So $100 right now is for the base Bowman Chrome PSA 10. I think that's a fair price. And then if we look at the refractor PSA 10 here in the pink, you can see on May 7th, and this might have been actually the one I purchased. I bought one for, I think, $90 towards the start of the season. I have it in one of my mail days, so I have to go back and double check. But I bought mine personally for like $87 to $90. But anyways, start of the season, $90 PSA 10 refractor. And as you can see, this thing has jumped up a lot. Most recent sale at $164.50. Peaking out at $181 just following that futures game performance. So a lot of movement. It's up 82.8% since the start of season. So a lot of movement with those cards there. And then this is his first autograph. And we're just looking at the PSA 10 and the raw version of that 2020 autograph. This is his first autograph from Topps. And the raw one, start of season, you pick up for about $100. And then after the dip, $103, and it peaked out, looks like about $160 following that futures game performance. I feel like I keep saying that, but that's just why every card of his spiked. So not a ton of movement with his autographs in general. If we look at his PSA 10 autograph, $250 was the earliest sale in a PSA slab, and the most recent on the 7th of this month, $255. So not a lot of movement there, peaking out at $300. Peaking out at $300 at one point, but as you can see, Not a ton of movement with these, and I can see why it doesn't have a first on it. A lot of people probably don't even know that this is his first autograph. So then lastly, I just want to touch on buying opportunities and talking about his overall prices in general. And we're really going to focus on his 2018 cards. So they're selling the refractor right now, lowest at $30. Like it to be closer to $20 personally, but $30 if you know it's in good condition, not bad at all, especially if you can grade it. About $160 card. And then their base Bowman Chrome right now selling about $9, and I'm okay with that. Anything under $10, obviously you would love the condition to be great. I don't dislike that price. And then his first Sapphire right here is really cheap. This is a good buying opportunity at $3. So first Sapphire card for $3 for Brennen Davis, not bad at all. Another one I want to touch on, Star Stock, and this is one I've been using a lot more lately. I really am enjoying Star Stock because they grade their raw cards and then let you know basically what they think it is. Star Stock A, 42% gem rate. So I've been buying a lot of Star Stock A's lately just in general, but you can pick up his Refractor Star Stock A for $38.50. You can pick up his base paper for only $4. His Star Stock A Bowman Chrome for $19. You know, if PSA ever lowers those grading prices again, like a $20 Bowman Chrome Star Stock A that has a good chance of getting a PSA 10, you know, that's a good deal. So just a couple of them I wanted to show here, just where the market's at for those Star Stock A's. And then the last thing I want to touch on is My Slabs, just because I feel like not enough people use My Slabs. Like, this is one of the greatest sites of all time for buying and selling slabs. You only get the 1% seller's fee, no buyer's fee. Like, it's phenomenal. I prefer to use this over eBay literally any day of the week. And I also enjoy that they have a very strict policy. Like, if you violate their policy even once without like good reason, you just get kicked off the website. So you get a lot of really solid sellers on here. I haven't had any issues. My buddy Dan had one where the dude sold a card but left it up on here. But that only happened one time. Other than that, that's the only negative thing I've heard. But they got their refund. It wasn't like they lost money on the deal. I just want to put these two cards out here because this is pretty much market value. So the PSA 10 Bowman Chrome, if anyone is interested, you have the $105 option, $110 option. And, you know, you could probably put offers on both of these. So, yeah, you can put an offer on this one. See if you want to get it closer to that $99 range where the market's at. But just something to look at. But, yeah, as far as his cards, Bowman Chrome Raw base, under $10. Refractor, around $20. PSA 10, Chrome base, around 100, Refractor around 150, 160, which he is entering that elite price range for prospects. So if he dips more, definitely a really good buying opportunity. But if he continues to progress in that Cubs system, cards are going to go wild. The Cubs have a gigantic fan base, and they are just begging for someone new to come up on that team. And if Brennen Davis ever becomes that guy, watch out. These cards, they're going to double from where they're at now. I can almost guarantee that. Like, they're going to go crazy if he is that next guy. So, yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. Brennen Davis is awesome. Month of July in AA, absolutely killing it. Showing why he was a second-round draft pick. Probably should have been a first-round draft pick based on what he's been doing lately. Just been unstoppable. Just so much fun to watch. And I don't think he's the worst buy in the card world at all. I really don't. I don't think he's overpriced. I don't think he's underpriced. I think he's in a solid spot right now. So do what you want with that. If his cards come down, I think he's a great buying opportunity. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's Minor League Monday. In the comments below, let me know what you think of Brennen Davis. Let me know if you think he's a good player, if you think he's a bad player, if you think he's the next huge Cub prospect. Put it down in the comments below. But yeah, if you guys like this video, as always, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching, and you have a great rest of your day. See ya!